Peace, y'all. Peace, love, and positive vibes to you and yours. Welcome, y'all. Y'all already know what I'm doing. So if you joined me already, just give me a second. I'm gonna go over to Facebook and make sure that it's public so that everybody can comment and see us. As you can see, we have a super dope, amazing guest today. I'm really excited to introduce to y'all. Just give 1 second to edit my audience to public. All right, bow. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another Manat for Me Monday. It's great to see y'all here. Peace, love, and positive vibes to you and yours. I hope you guys had a fabulous week. I know I did. Man, my week has been freaking crazy busy. But as you can see from the smile on my face, I'm very happy and I'm very grateful for the busyness that I've had because, man, the busyness that I've had has been positive and wonderful. And yeah, I'm just grateful for that. And I'm super grateful for our guest that we have here today. I'm a Not For Me. We have Mirabilia. She is so amazing, and I'm so grateful to have her here. As you can already feel from her energy and her spirit, she's super dope. And I just feel like she has some wonderful information to share with everyone and me. Like, what's really cool about people like her and myself is like, we like feed off of each other's energy. We're able to help one another. Like, so when we combine our energies together and we come to you, it's like super powerful. So this is
The Avengers.
yeah, it's like Captain America, right?
Not
Our
quite.
power planet, or is it planet of, I don't know what, our power combined.
Fucking Avengers.
Yeah, we're the Avengers.
Hi,
Peace, God.
everybody.
Thanks for being here. It's nice to see you. Always
Thank you
lovely to
for
have you.
having me.
So, Mirabilia, my love. So, I'm so grateful to have you here, Goddess. Thank you so much for coming and bringing your beautiful aura and energy with you.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
nervous,
That's
but
okay.
excited.
Yeah, excited is good. And you know, what do they say? Like, if you aren't a little bit nervous, then you're probably not doing the right thing. You're supposed to be a little bit nervous and excited about what you do. That's what brings the passion and the real shit.
Absolutely.
So I literally met Mirabilia, y'all. I call her my healing guide. She she's amazing and she does some really amazing things and she can tell you more about herself than I can because let me just sit and talk about her all day. But let her tell you about her because it's way better for someone to tell you about themselves because she knows her better than I could ever. So, Mirabilia, tell us a little bit about yourself and the stuff that you like to do. What do you do?
um, like for life or
Yeah, everything,
for
girl. No.
life? I'm a mom. I'm a woman. I'm a feminist for sure. I guess I'm for everyone, but especially promoting women and building up women.
Yes.
But when it comes to work and my belief, they're interrelated. I consider myself a healer or spiritualist. Very loose term for healer. I promote more of what you already have in you, I would say, than
Mm,
actually giving you something. I'm really just like you said, a guide. I'm also a yoga instructor. I run my own business called Mortar and Pestle Healing, which encompasses all of that. I do some indigenous cleansings, limpias, old Aztec rituals, do a little bit of everything. I manipulate energy and try to encourage other people to lean into their energy and manipulate their own energy. I mean, that's pretty much the meat and potatoes. It certainly can get a little bit more
heavy.
hairy, but yeah, that's it. That's me. And I met
Yes.
you, luckily, through that.
I'm so
Shout out
grateful.
to Jay Stacks for that.
Facts. Facts with stacks.
So that's how I met you. I was promoting my business underneath one of his statuses, and then we connected
Yeah.
and you scheduled a
Man,
Reiki session.
that
So I
was
do
it.
Reiki healing, which is another form of energy work. And you can probably speak to that experience
That was awesome.
from more of a like client perspective. But basically, I'm just tapping into your energy, your chakras, figuring out where it hurts, allowing you to have a conversation between your body and source and or whatever, whomever you believe in, and then
Mhm.
you take it from there. Honestly, I'm just kind of the one directing it. So it's a
Yeah.
very self-centered and involved practice for the person I'm working with. It
Yeah.
completely hands you, the ball
Mhm.
and puts it in your court. Well, at least that's what I hope it does. I certainly don't want it to be something, hyper focused on me, but rather like on the individual, on the table, getting a cleansing and all of that. And you can, of course, speak to that.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. First of all, look, when I say that the divine consciousness, source, spirit, God, whatever you want to call that, which is us all, when
Mm-hmm.
when it speaks, it speaks. Okay, like I tell you guys all the time about how source speaks through people and that you get messages just from
Yeah.
signs flashing at you or someone tells you something that could be a stranger. You don't know where it comes from, but it resonates. Like this is what I'm talking about right here. Mirabilia is literally living, breathing proof of that because she
Mm-hmm.
just like stood out to me, and I was like, I have to connect with her. Like I couldn't. I like literally went back to no joke. I went back to the post like to connect with her because I was like, I saw her and she stood out to me, and I was like, I kept thinking about it. This is how divine consciousness works. You'll keep getting this message, and it'll just keep getting louder until
Yes,
you listen.
it does.
I don't care if it's 10
If it was
years of
going to be you, it
screaming
can be
at you.
somebody else for sure.
Yes,
If they're talking to you, you're going to hear it.
yes, absolutely.
Yes,
And I
for
was like,
sure.
I have to connect with this girl. I got to go back and talk to this lady. I need to. That's my healer. And that's my little spiritual healing guide. I need her. And sure enough, it's true
And now we're
because
the spiritual Avengers.
now we're the Avengers. That's it. Game
Look how
over.
that works.
See how that works? Divine is so dope, y'all. But seriously, I will attest to like energy healing and how amazing that really was. That experience was really dope for me in a lot of ways because first of all, I learned things about myself. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I love that you can connect and just listen. You're like a very open channel for listening. You're really good at listening. See, I'm not so good at listening sometimes. So I need people like you to say you're like literally that I'm talking. Here's what I got to say. Because you're
Yeah.
the human being that's here. You're in front of me. I can't ignore you.
Yeah.
I just want to real quick because Annalise said Mirabilia is the best person I've ever met, and like that just needed to be said. Okay, period. Kelly's loving this. Me too, Kelly. Priscilla said thank you for sharing your gifts. I agree.
Oh,
Priscilla
that's
also
my
said she's great at reading cards too. I need to find that out myself. I'm down. Annalise also said your spirit guides will put you on your ass if you don't listen. Oh, facts, supreme facts, like literally. Sit down. I said, man, I have been put on my butt quite a few times. Let me tell you.
Me too. I'm still gonna, and I'll probably continue to get put on my
Yeah,
ass.
I'm
That's
sure.
the human experience for sure.
Hopefully not as much anymore, but I
No,
try not to get
no.
thrown all the way on my ass now. I try to like just stumble a little and be like, okay, okay, I heard you. Jeez.
Yeah, that's the hope, right?
Yolanda, best, most intense session I've ever had. I thank
So
you
there's some
so
people
much.
showing out
Appreciate
under there.
y'all.
Hi, people. I
Your
see.
people are showing out, girl.
Aw, I love
Appreciate
y'all.
y'all. That's just shit. That just like literally is a testimony and a testament. Is that the word I'm looking for? Testament? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
To your spirit, your energy, like that's just shows it's true right there. I'm telling you, like, there's just something about healers that they just draw people and you just have something about you. There's nothing you can do. It's just you, just being you.
I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
I'd really like to add on and emphasize that if you did not have a certain part of that in you, you would not be able to recognize it. And
That's
that's going to
true.
go for anybody who walks through the door for Mortar and
Yeah.
Pestle or anywhere. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you are attracting something that you recognize, right? Or,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Or that your soul recognizes, your spirit recognizes. So yes, I will appreciate and accept that compliment 100%, but I would also like to point the finger back at you and anybody else and say, if that is happening, it is because there is something within you that exists. You know, maybe I'm
Yeah.
where I'm at in my life, or I was born with an ability to lean into that a little more. But I think that people, everyone, like, has it within them.
Mm-hmm.
And if they lean into it, well, I'll be walking around like the little spiritual Avengers floating with each other. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, it's so, it is, I honestly think it's that easy. And like, I just, like, we all could do this. Like, we could,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it could
Mm-hmm.
all be so simple. like,
Yeah. Thank you for helping me preach that, because this is all I've been saying.
like, don't you want to be an Avenger? Don't, you know what I mean?
Come on. We get really cool suits.
Yeah,
I mean, we can make some really cool suits.
fuck yeah, man. Masks,
Yeah.
identities,
Yeah.
whatever we want to be.
I'm Melody motherfucking Waters, the
Mirabilia.
Avenger.
yeah.
Healing Avenger.
Yeah.
Man, on some real shit though. Yeah, this is a series that I've been doing for a while now with the healing, and we've been talking about everything. We talked about like things you put inside your body, how that affects you. Excuse me, the things that we consume, not food and drink wise, but the things that we consume, like as far as what we allow around us. You know, TV, what you're watching, what you're listening to, all these types of things. So I just really felt like the spiritual side is a really cool side for us to navigate to a little bit. And spirituality is like one of those things that um can be delicate sometimes for some people, but I feel like anyone who's going to watch my show is not going to be offended by anything we talk about, because if they're still here, they're one of us, even if they don't realize it yet. Even if it hasn't like fully developed in them yet, you know, because it takes time. You know, everybody, your layers get chipped away, and decalcified if you stop drinking the tap water. Please stop drinking tap water. Stuff gets chipped away, and we all wake up in our own time. You know, some of us, yeah, we're born awake. All right, and hi, good morning. We've been trying to wake people up our whole lives. We were always the crazy one. Everybody told us we were crazy. Well, how crazy are we now? No, just kidding.
Fucking join us.
Welcome. Welcome to the light side.
Light, dark, light. You'll be the light.
Yeah, we got some dark too.
I hold space for a lot of dark, which
I do too. We have to.
My screen is darker than yours.
It is.
Exactly. Like,
right. Oh, duality at its finest, darling. Richard, peace. What's good with you, man? Welcome. Peace, love, and positive vibes to you and yours. We just talking about healing, you know, and loving and spirituality and Reiki and, you know, stuff like that. It's a balance, baby. I got a lot of dark in me too. I try to show y'all most of my light, but oof, you won't really want to see the dark side. The dark can get ugly, real ugly. Priscilla, a part of healing is failing, facts, but still pushing forward. Absolutely. Mari, she calls you Mari, is inspiration to so many around her, and she's touched more souls. Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like, you know, people that like are healers, like we literally just walk around with that. Like everywhere you go, people are drawn to you. You probably have this happen to you all the time.
Do people talk to you like just like
I was literally just gonna say that. I was literally just gonna be like, I'm sure this happens to you all the time. You're like standing in the store and fucking out of nowhere, the random person in front of you that you've never seen a day in your life turns around and tells you their whole life story. And you're like, wow, you just literally unloaded so much shit on me and you don't even know me. You don't even know me.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is.
Yeah.
It happens all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
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 I used to be like, yo, what the hell is going on? What is
Yeah.
this? And then I realized, like, oh, you're a healer. I didn't know I was a healer. I didn't know my whole life that I was a healer. I knew I was a fighter, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Same fucking thing, right?
Yeah. Same thing. It is. You got to be a warrior to be a healer. Facts. You got to be strong. You got to be a warrior. As gentle as see, I'm an empath, and I guess not every healer is an empath, but I am. So I do really feel people's energy. I feel when someone's sad. I feel when they're happy. I feel when they feel joy. I feel when they're angry. I feel when they're malicious. I feel when they're positive. Like I feel this shit. And like I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, I'm sure it made sense at some point.
No, you
Oh, but at
really
the same time, I'm
didn't.
still very strong. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
have to be very,
because
very
you
strong.
absorb, you can
I'm
feel
that
different
warrior.
feelings,
You got
and
to be a warrior.
yeah,
You have to be, even if you're an empath, you still got to be a warrior to be a healer. Like, because so many things come at you and you get bombarded with so much random stuff. I've tried to help people listening, like, learn how to block other people's energies. Maybe you have some kind of, do you have some any tips on people how they can help block other people's energies from, like, especially if they're an empath, like when you're a healer and you're an empath, you get bombarded with so much. And if you don't know how to put that barrier between you and everyone else's energy, it'll drain you. Do you have any help?
so
Any
I
tips?
always carry a tiger's eye crystal in my bra or on my person,
Oh,
always.
nice.
And that helps to like block and from like absorption and things like that for me. And then like in terms of like honestly just being present and grounding, so a lot of
Yeah.
like grounding rituals, I shake my leg a lot. That keeps me pretty present, and my heels almost always tapping on the
Is
ground.
that I wonder if that's why I always shake my leg like that.
Yeah,
And I don't
and then
realize that's why
actually
I do it. I thought it was something else.
I've just learned recently that that is my body's way of trying to stay grounded. I learned that from my
Mm,
mentor recently. And then,
interesting.
like a long time ago, I had a friend who told me body language wise, when you're sitting next to someone, because we all sometimes encounter someone who has just really nasty energy,
Yeah.
or like maybe you guys aren't friends or something, like crossing
Mm-hmm.
your legs and sticking your palms together in between your legs somehow keeps
Oh.
them from absorbing your energy. Hair is a big thing. If you have something super like heavy to do and you don't want to bring that energy with you, make sure your hair is wrapped up. um
Mm.
Let me think of anything else. That's all I can think of from the top of my head.
Those are really dope. And you know what's really
Like
crazy that you
simple things.
said the thing about the hands between their legs and crossing your legs. I do that. And
Yeah.
I naturally instinctively do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird
Well,
because
and
it's
it's a
almost like
body
it's
language
innate.
probably.
And
Yeah, it's a body language thing too. I think we are definitely
my
closing
mom
ourselves
always did
off,
that too,
but
though.
like I
My mom does it a
definitely
lot too.
think that maybe, yeah, you're pretty closed off from like a psychologist perspective. Like
Mm-hmm.
somebody assessing some sort of like body language would already say that you're pretty closed off. But I think like even energetically as an energy
Yeah.
worker, I know for me, like my hands, I use them right
Yeah.
during Reiki. I use them during cards. I use them during cleansings. Like,
Right.
these are like huge for me. Like,
Right.
so for me, keeping them together and bound, like definitely, and then closing, your
Your
vulva
body.
by crossing your legs, which is a
Yep.
portal for us women. Like we
Right.
live almost in our freaking sacral and root
Yep.
chakra. Like that's pretty much where we pull from as women. Like, so closing that off and protecting that, I think helps. And then obviously the legs crossing has always been like a huge symbol for spirituality, like the cross, like just the X, like itself, like
Yep,
just kind
yep,
of
yep.
closing yourself off. I
That's
don't know, it
true.
seems to work for me. Like, and if you notice yourself just automatically doing it,
I
especially in
do
those
that.
situations.
That's so weird. I've
Hmm.
noticed that I do that. It was crazy. I didn't know that that was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Because here's the thing is like I mean everyone out here has different beliefs, but I
Mhm.
know this is not the first time I've been here. So
Yeah.
I know that we bring things with us every time we come through. We don't always remember them consciously,
Yeah.
but we bring things with us from our past lives that we've learned and experiences and whatnot and what have you. And I've been here a lot of times and I can remember some of my lives. I don't remember all of them, but I know I've been here multiple times.
Yeah.
And those things were probably taken from other remembrances. So they were just innate in
Mhm.
me. Like I did it just like without thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why I'm doing it, but I learned it somewhere along the line. Like
Yeah.
that's really cool. I'm actually kind of like,
Well, and our DNA just stores so much
yes.
memory in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So even you have intergenerational trauma that we just
Yes.
have within our bodies and certain defensive instincts. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like our ancestors came up in completely different times. Like, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, so body language and simple things probably were, they not probably, they were a lot
Yes.
grander and meant a lot more back then than they do now, I would say. I don't think they were very verbal, you know what I'm saying? So a lot, and if they were, you know, like it was more or less very physical, like a very physical
Energetic,
thing.
right?
And spirituality and art, for at least my ancestors, I know, was a huge part of their life. Like our life
Mm-hmm.
was centered around it. And
Yes.
then to have that ripped away, you know what I'm saying? And our bodies just were mixed signals. We were in
Yep.
tune and then forgotten and then confused. And then we're now starting to, you know, find little historical facts and things to bring us back home to our roots and our
Right.
beginnings. And like, you know what I mean? Like, but
Mm-hmm.
our bodies are just fucked energetically, to be honest with you. We are come in here because, like you said, we have things just stored in us that may or may not have been from a past life, but they're from somebody's life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah, it
I
could be
too
DNA.
believe in
It
like
could be
multiple
ancestors that
lives.
just
No,
passed it
you know
through
what I'm
us.
saying? Like
Yep.
we didn't ask for that. And we're
Right.
carrying it around and not talking about it and not doing nothing about it. And then looking at
Right.
each other crazy because we can't understand why we behave the way we behave. You know what I'm saying?
No,
When
that's
really,
real.
like, so I mean, it just, yeah, it's in your body for sure. You carry, like you said, your lives with you for sure. I believe you 100% on that. I have no doubts that that is, you know what I'm saying, your real experience for sure. And it's good when you start to recognize these things, because then you can start to heal these things. Otherwise you will,
Yeah.
I mean, you walk around, some people will be born like with a predisposition for anger,
Yeah.
depression, and never understand why, and think
Right.
something is wrong with them, which, when really, if you were taught in school that your body's probably carrying certain things inside of it that belong to you from previous times before, or from, you know, your family
Ancestors.
or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, how different would things be?
Right.
Especially for kids in the inner city, especially for
Mm.
kids in urban neighborhoods, people who have suffered so much from, you know what I mean, injustice and like just pain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fact that people don't know this
It's on
and don't
purpose, but
talk about it, and we blame and guilt. We talked earlier about the blame, the shame, the guilt that we put,
yeah.
how hard we are on ourselves, not realizing that some of it really is beyond our scope of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Yep.
not just our thoughts, it's not just our feelings, it's really embedded in our bodies. Like, I mean, it's huge that you
It
can
is.
recognize that, because then you can do something about it. You know what I mean? And that's what we need
Absolutely.
more of. We need to start doing things about it, you know? Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I get
No.
clear. I get real
Girls,
spiritual.
speak. Speak, baby,
Get
speak.
a little spicy when I start to talk spirituality. Woo!
I love it because this is like
I
all that's happening right now, and I'm super grateful for you. Is like you're literally helping to reiterate things that I have said and adding to them, and just like maybe even say, like I said, reiterating them to people because I want people to hear this from other sources because I'm glad you're saying these things. We need to say these things because just like you said, we have to learn these things. We have to talk about these things. Our children are put into these education systems that are indoctrination systems. They
Yeah,
teach them and brainwash them into whatever they want to, for lack of a better term, really whitewash them into whatever they want them to think.
yeah.
And they don't teach them anything about where we come from. They don't teach them anything about um spirituality or healing yourself or the fact that you are energy or like the fact that we have and we connect through energy. Like there's so much that they never teach our children, yet they
Mhm.
bombard them with so much negativity and so much drama and so much anger and so much hate, and then they teach them how to be like um listeners, like as if they're someone's child for life, like they're just supposed to do whatever you tell them to do. They teach them to obey. They don't teach
Mm,
them to be thinkers. They teach them how to think, not or what to think, not how to think. Like it's all bad. So the fact of the matter is that we have to do this here. We have to do this
mhm.
here in our community and outside of the schools. Because if you want your child to be in school, that's on you. You know what I mean? There is some benefits to it as well as the negative.
Yeah.
Me personally, I feel like is if you can get your kids into school for an amount of time that they learn the things that they need to learn, and then get them out so they can learn the things
That's
they need
smart
to
shit.
learn. Like
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
put them in there because if you're not good at math and shit, they don't really need anything past like algebra.
Yeah. No.
Once your kids can read and write and spell and do math,
Yeah.
they know some basic science, that they don't need anything else.
They need to go learn some real world
Now
shit.
they need real world shit
Yeah.
because now they need
Learn
to
how to
learn.
hunt and build. We need to get back to that. Yeah.
We need to
I need
start
to
teaching.
learn how
We
to
need to
hunt.
start
Speaking
teaching our
of that.
kids ourselves again. We need to start doing not necessarily just you teach your own child, but we need to start more community like um it's like cooperatives, like where we're doing it together, like mom co-ops, dad co-ops, not just moms, dad co-ops too, family co-ops, whatever that
Yeah.
looks like for your family. And that right there is huge. If we can start each one teach one and really being the villages again,
Yeah.
and really being like our tribal roots again. You know, we're all tribal. All anyone who's anyone
Mhm.
who is originated from this earth.
Mhm.
Can't speak for everyone that's on the earth right now, but anyone who's originated from this earth, if you are indigenous to this earth, you
Mhm.
are a tribal person. If you look everywhere in the world,
Yeah.
we're all tribal people. So like we all know that. We all have those roots. We all have that. If you're indigenous to this earth,
Yeah.
can't speak for everybody now because there's some people on this earth that ain't people. But they're not earth, they're not indigenous to this earth. I mean, this is just what I believe.
Mhm.
But then we've got that flowing through us. We remember, you'll remember the more we use it. That's the thing, is the more that we tap into
Yes.
where we came from, the more that we tap into who we truly are, our
Mhm.
authentic selves, the more that's going to shine and the more that it's going to make sense.
Yes.
And we need that.
Yes.
I don't know how we make it happen. I don't know what we do. Like, I know what you and I are doing right now is super beneficial and it's huge and it's great. Um, what else can we do though? Like, everybody listening out there, if you guys have ideas, how can we do this? If you have some ideas, I'm definitely down. Listen.
Honestly, like everybody needs some form of like meditate. Like it all boils down to self-care. Like for every if
Yeah.
every individual first turns in and spends a year dedicated to their growth and just really committed like it's a fucking job, you know what I'm saying? And like a meditation practice, you know what I'm saying? And
Meditation.
meditation does not have to always mean you sitting there
Mm-hmm.
just silently. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
the goal eventually. Like traditionally, yes, but you can tailor it. It could be your favorite song. That's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but give yourself that every single day. You know what I'm saying? Or you rereading a sentence over and over to yourself for a minute. So maybe, you know, some self affirmation, like, because so the problem is like we can reach out to other people as much as we want and try to help them. And we do, especially a lot
Yeah.
of, you know, we try.
Yeah.
Women,
We
especially, will
plant the
try.
seeds, girl. We plant the seeds.
Right, we try, but until people start to take accountability and shift it inward and say,
Yeah.
let me spend 2 minutes a day with myself, just with myself, no phone, no distraction, nothing. 2 minutes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Things begin to shift. Like, I know personally, I've gone through something where I've had to keep music going for,
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like if the music stopped, I stopped. Still feel like
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes. You know
Yeah,
what I
faith,
mean? Like
man.
the things we do to distract ourselves from the work. And once you do that, then when you do reach out to somebody and help them or their child, you're in a better place. You're also a mirror for the, you know what I'm saying? Like we can reach out and try to help and build villages all we want. But if I'm not in the place to do so,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to end up the same way, if not worse. Like it honestly, honestly, if I could make anyone do anything, it would be to sit with themselves 2 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Get you some yoga, try it 10 minutes. Learn how
Mm-hmm.
to breathe. Oh, you think you know how to breathe? You don't. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, you're doing it
Oh,
wrong.
you think you're breathing?
And
You're
I
not
say that
breathing.
with love. I say that with love.
Right.
You know, like it's not, you know, Reiki.
Yeah.
When you come, you know, for your next session, it's not going to feel like your first because your body's going to know it. Like you said, the more you do things, the easier it becomes. Your body just naturally gives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your body wants to release these things.
Right. Exactly.
It really, it's
It's
just
trying
begging
to.
and
It's
begging
actually.
for
It
you to
actually is trying
realize it.
to
Yes. And
through
it's
your
like,
anger and all that.
and we try everything else, don't we?
Right. Yep.
Even helping other people, even becoming codependent and being the helper.
Yeah.
Sometimes people hide behind that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've done that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and it takes,
Oh my God. Yeah.
you to
Time.
sit with yourself and be
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, you know, and even now as a healer, if I got to pull away and say, I can't work for a little while.
Yeah.
That's what I have to do. The ability to discern your needs and versus your wants when you can help versus when you're not going to be helpful.
Right.
When you are helping but hurting yourself, like you know what I mean? Like honestly, how else will you know that if you don't just sit and listen to
If you don't
yourself?
get to know yourself, I preach this all the time. Like, no, get to know yourself. Find out yourself. Ask yourself questions. Who are you? Do you even know yourself? Y'all, is
Yeah.
she not telling y'all what I be telling y'all? I love this. This is amazing.
Well,
It's so good because here's the thing is like how I say it is different than how you're saying it. And sometimes people need to hear things a different way or they need to hear it from somebody else because they might look at Melody like their
yeah.
mom. You know how when your mom says something, oh, okay, yeah, all right, Mel, sounds good. But now here comes their friend, Mirabilia, and she says, oh, what? She said, so now it sounds
Yeah.
good. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
okay. Meditation, y'all. We've been talking about that. Annalise says meditation, being conscious of the energy you're feeling and
Wow,
being
I didn't.
intentional about what energy you would take inside. Yes. Oh, wait, hang on. I missed something else. I'm sorry. Hang on. Priscilla, or what did she say? Being an empath. Being an empath can be draining. Remember to take time for yourself to reset. Yes, you must reset.
Oh, hold
Uh,
on. Hold
And at
on.
least she carries crystals and stones to protect herself. I do too. Oh, I think Mirabilia's phone died. She'll be right back with us, y'all. Meditation is huge. I be telling you all the time. See, and other forms of meditation too. Like there's different ways to meditate. You can meditate by even just sitting there and talking with yourself, your higher self, you just have a conversation, like speak out loud if you have to. Like, I know people probably think you're crazy talking to yourself. So what? That's not, who cares if they think you're crazy and talking to yourself? That's not an issue. That's not something that you have to care about what somebody else thinks. You're having a conversation that's more important than what someone else thinks about you. And then maybe do it by yourself in your room or something. I don't know. If you feel like people will look at you, you're crazy. I literally talk to myself all the time. My son, Priscilla says, my son asked me the other day who Adam and Eve was. My response was a lie. Hilarious, because correct. And let's see what else. She is correct. I was not breathing right. Yeah, breathing is huge, man. And I never knew that I wasn't breathing right for the longest time either until I started doing yoga and meditation. More so meditating even than yoga. Like um, yoga started to bring my awareness to my breath, but meditation really made me realize like how important breath was. Like when you take in some deep healing cleansing breaths, like how much it really revitalizes you, revitalizes your brain. It helps you to think more clearly. You feel like I do some meditation. Sometimes I haven't done one in a while. Please don't be mad at me, y'all. Anyone who follows me on Instagram and I haven't meditated in a while on Instagram, forgive me. Please go back and watch an old meditation. Don't stop meditating. I'm still meditating too. So please don't stop. But I do need to come back and meditate with y'all. But what do I always tell you guys? Like, we breathe in some nice, deep cleansing breaths with fresh energy, and it makes your body tingle. Like it feels buzzy and tingly because you're oxygenating yourself. Like you're literally bringing your body alive. Like you're bringing your brain to life. You're nourishing your cells with beautiful, clean oxygen, and that's super important. Super important. Priscilla, there's so many YouTube videos that are guided meditative breathing. That's where I started too. I started my meditations with guided meditations. Also, a book that I shared a while back when we did our meditation episode. I shared a book. I think it's called The Best Guide to Meditation. Is that it, y'all? Best Guide to Meditation. That book was pretty dope too. I never even finished it, but from what I read of it, like it really helps to calm you as far as your nerves and meditation, because meditation can be, it can be a little welcome back, my love. Peace, love, and positive vibes, goddess. You're muted, honey. Unmute yourself. We can't hear you. You're muted. Meditation can be, I was just saying, meditation can be a little like overwhelming to start off with sometimes for people, or sometimes people can be nervous to start meditating. But if you just do it, it'll start feeling better. It's not something that you have to, it's not even it's like a journey. You're never like done figuring out meditating. It's always going to be different for you. Your meditating is going to be different today than it is a week from now. It's going to be different a week from now. It's going to be different a year from now. Like you're always going to be changing in your meditating process, and it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't worry about if your brain wanders off or whatever. It's okay. I was telling them, even like there's different forms of meditation. Like you can literally just sit and talk to self, like just have a conversation. Like that's a form of meditation. It's starting somewhere. It's literally just taking that time away to be quiet in a sense and listen, because we never take time out of our life to just listen. We always are doing and running and going and just constantly moving. We sometimes have to stop and just listen. Like it's huge to do that, you know? Are you back? Can you hear me? Can you talk? Like can you, I can't see, I can't hear you. What's wrong with you? What's going on with you? Let me mute you and unmute you. Mute yourself and unmute yourself. It says you're unmuted. What the heck's going on? Let her talk. Look. Let her talk. I'm going to put you out and put you back in. What's going on? Give me my girl's voice. Give my girl her voice. They're trying to block your throat chakras, girl. They're trying to fuck with you. Go and come back. Yeah, go and come back because we I definitely we want to hear you. Okay, so Mirabilia will be right back, y'all. Let's see. What did you do? Um, Yolanda, when I shower, I try to picture all the negative energies washing away and off me. It truly does help. Ooh, Yolanda, that's dope. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that with us. You guys, water is so healing and cleansing. And here's the thing about water is water has a memory. Water remembers. When you tell water something, it remembers it. Okay, I know that might sound crazy, but I'm so serious. I speak to my water. You you can put affirmations into your water. It's tell your water that it's healing. Tell it that it's hydrating. Tell it that it whatever you want to tell it. I tell my water all kinds of stuff, but speak to your water. Your water has a memory to it, and if you tell it things and put affirmations into it and you drink it, you are drinking that. Like it has that memory. It will hold that memory too. Are we still can't hear you? Are you for real?
I don't know. I was listening.
Hey!
Oh, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
welcome back.
Well, that was good. I liked coming in on the water tip. I actually just told a client to do that the other day, last week.
Yolanda
Yes.
just said that when she showers, she tries to picture all the negative energies washing away and off of
Yes.
her. So I was just explaining to the people like how healing and like
Mm-hmm.
how rejuvenating and powerful water really is. And like when we drink our water, give it affirmations. Talk to your
Mm-hmm.
water. I tell my water it's God water. I say all kinds of stuff to my water. Look, I put all
Holy
types of
water.
intentions on my water. Look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, do it all the time, y'all. Kelly said, "What did you do?"
Yeah. I did nothing. It was a computer.
Yeah,
I don't know.
technology.
You started mentioning people not being on this earth, from this earth, on this earth, and then it shut
Oh,
down.
that happens. See,
Getting
look,
too real.
getting too real. They were
It
like,
seems like that happen
gosh,
all the
Avengers
time.
off.
All the time.
Kelly said, "I've been using water the wrong way. Thanks for the tip." Yo, you're so welcome.
Well,
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I mean that's one way to, yes. I thought she was gonna say something else. I'm glad. I thought, if you talk to them about how they can use their orgasms to
Oh, I was like,
drink.
oh yeah, you can use water
I
for
was
that
trying to
too.
find a delicate way to say it because the way it was going to come out was very vulgar.
Natty
So
girl.
my throat
Yeah, you can
chakra, I have to
definitely use
go ahead
water for
and
that too.
promote
That's
that. My throat
amazing.
chakra is completely free.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We need
Yeah.
to break mine for you. Although honestly, here's what's crazy is let Mirabilia tell you that my throat chakra is blocked, but let everyone else around you tell you
Yeah.
that my throat chakra is free. So if
Yeah.
it's blocked, y'all, imagine when it's free. Y'all think this is all right. Linda, I came in late on this whole conversation deal. What kind of healer is she? Mirabilia is an amazing healer. Go ahead and speak for yourself.
So mainly what I've been delving into and utilizing more than anything is Reiki. I'm a Reiki practitioner, which means that I use your energetic fields, and I tap into your 7 chakras. You have more than that, but you have 7 main ones. Okay. And I tap into those ones. I figure out what's blacked or unblacked, misaligned. And then we work on pulling and extracting that energy out of your body and bones and mutating it and filling it with more higher frequency energy. There's no such thing. Reiki doesn't believe in good or bad, just low frequency and high
Yeah.
frequency. And there's some, certain low frequency things that really make us tired, lots of fatigue, lots of chronic pain, would help with lots of like people with chronic pain, that like store stress and things in their body. Pretty much works for anything. It's just an alternative way for healing, for sure, which is what I am. I also do like cleansings. I can do your house, I can do your car, I can do your body, your person, your kid, your baby, a pen, a shoe. Like,
Whatever needs cleaning, baby.
I
Spiritual
mean,
cleaning,
I do a lot. If
energy
you
cleaning.
ask me, I probably know how to do it. Um, I don't advertise everything that I do. What I do, what I talk to and speak to, which is more universal, is yoga. I'm also a yoga instructor and Reiki. That's what I think everybody could use. I can also do guided meditation, breath work, and I integrate all of that into my Reiki sessions. You got a little bit of stretching, you got a little massage, you had some,
Mm-hmm.
breath work. I guided you in, guided
Mm-hmm.
you out. Like, so I integrate all of that in my services with my Reiki, which not everybody does. So that makes me unique in that way. I try
Mm-hmm.
to bring everything that I have and give it to you in just whatever time we have. Again, it's just more or less so that you can find that inner healer in you and begin to listen and heal yourself. I don't think I can cure anything. I
Right.
think I can shed light on what you need help with, or,
Yeah.
more attention to, I will say. And we kind of come up with a plan to help you extract and move that energy. Like, that's what I do. I help you help yourself.
But you have to put the effort in and do the work. Only you can heal you.
Yeah. These
She,
hands are magic.
yeah,
Like,
she does.
you
She's
gotta
like
do the
a
rest.
beautiful connection between source and you. Like, it's nice.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to see you in a couple days. And I still want to learn. So remember what you
Yes.
said to me? I still want to
Yes.
do that. We have to connect
Yes.
on that for sure.
Yes. I will be
Because I'm
rolling
so
out
down.
that program to certify more Reiki healers,
I'm so
and you will
down.
be the first on the list in June. So,
Yay! Oh, coming up. I'm so excited.
yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yay. Because definitely I would love to do that. Yeah. So Linda, did that help answer your question? I hope. Kelly said we did an exercise the other night about empowering ourselves as women. Ooh, and I wanted to say that it was amazing. My wife and I decided to do it together. She truly is a wonderful healer. Absolutely.
Thanks, cowbells.
Yeah, I love that. First of all, I too, Mirabilia, I'm like love women. I love to empower women. I'm all about empowered women, empowering women. Like I feel like we were told to hate each other. We've been trained and taught to hate one another and to have this animosity and this competition between ourselves and
Yes.
this jealousy and this envy towards one another. And it's so sad because they know how powerful women are. Women are so, ladies, I'm here to tell you right now,
Speak.
we are so powerful, and they have been lying to us for a very long time about their power and ours. They have been seriously misguiding us and have very 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 much reversed a lot of roles. And we hold a lot more power than we could ever even probably know. But the problem is that they have set us up against one another. They made us hate each other, because if we really knew our true power and we really combined ourselves like some Avengers, it would be an issue for them and they would lose a lot of control. And I don't really want to say too much because I don't want to lose my friend again
Who's gonna shut down again?
or lose
The
everything.
team.
Like, we're shutting them all down now. Burn down, restream. All of a sudden, the whole thing just pixelates and is gone. Like, God damn, well, shit. I'll see y'all on
Don't
YouTube.
hear from neither one of us ever again.
Never to be seen again.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Ah, jeez. No, but on some real shit, y'all. We gotta tap into ourselves. Stop hating the ladies, man. Hate ladies. Stop hating ladies. We've been taught to hate one another. Guys, don't hate each other. Unity is huge. Us uniting together, men and women, feminine and masculine energies. I should just say feminine and masculine energies, not men and women, because there's masculine energy and feminine energy in us all. But some of us have more than others, and not all women are totally feminine. Some women carry a masculine energy, and that's okay because that's who they
Yeah.
are. And there is
Yeah.
absolutely Nothing wrong with that. Our society is teaching people like shit that is so out of control crazy that it
Yeah.
drives me mad. Like
Yeah.
the labels that they feel the need to put on things is just wild to me.
Yeah.
When in all reality, everything is energy. Things don't need labels. People just are who they are. Let them be. They are the energy that they are. But let's just you guys, we us especially as women, we really have to start looking at each other and realize that when you look into another woman, like that is you, her pain, all the things, like let's stop adding to that shit. Like we've been taught so much to add pain to one another, and it's not doing us any good. It's doing ourselves and us as a oneness a great disservice, great
Yeah.
injustice. So I love that empowering women stuff. Good job.
Well,
Keep
it
it up.
sounds like you do it every week.
I try. I try to empower all of us, not just women, but everybody. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Everybody can use a little empowerment.
man.
Men in a different way.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
Hmm.
some men in a different way. They need
Yeah,
a little. They need power in different areas.
right.
As
Hmm.
do women. Like we just need to balance it out. That's it.
And we
We gotta
balance each other
balance it
if we allow that. Like men and women are a great yin and yang. We really do balance one another. We're beautiful symbiosis
out.
if
Hmm.
we allow it to be. It's so sad how much we're taught like to separate and divide just as a people.
Yeah.
It's really sad. And I don't know. A lot of that has to be done inner now. Now that we're waking up to the fact that we are divided by by what we're taught, we have to now take responsibility for that though. And that's like what you were talking about with taking ownership for the things that we're facing in our lives and healing that
Yeah.
ourselves. We have to do that. And that will help our relationships with one another.
Yeah.
When you heal self, you heal the people around you and you heal your relationships. You're able to have relationships with other people. All right?
Yep. Exactly. Everything's connected. Everything.
It
You
is.
touch one thing profoundly and deeply, you touch everything.
Everything is everything.
Everything is everything.
Yeah.
So philosophical for a Monday. Look at you go, Melody.
Yeah, I
Motherfucking
think
Monday. Yes.
we start our Mondays off philosophical in this motherfucker, okay? This is not for me.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
Men need to heal the most. They've been shamed as well. Oh my God, seriously. Which is why they passed that hurt on. Yo, Priscilla, on some real shit, I feel so bad for men. Like, we
I'm just
women,
kidding.
no, we women
I
have
love
really,
it.
like, we know from a woman's perspective, but when you look at like how much men have been shamed and taught that they're not allowed to feel and they're not allowed to have
Yeah.
emotion and like, excuse me, it somehow makes them weak. Like, they feel like they can't. Imagine, okay, as women, that's one thing we were allowed to be at least emotional. Sadly, they made that seem like we were unstable because we have emotions, and they made our emotions seem as if they're uncontrollable and they're a bad thing and they're a hindrance for us,
Hmm.
rather, but they're not. And what's sad is that, but men have not been allowed to even have that.
Yeah.
And like when they open up to their ladies, a lot of times men in relationships with women, now this is just, I'm talking about a heterosexual relationship. I can only speak for that right now in this moment. Um, is like they're not allowed to open up to their partner. Like if they open up to their partner, they're somehow weak. And then it's like their partner is supposed to look down on them. Like women are taught to look down on their man if he cries or if he has any kind of emotion. And that to me is just so sad. Like,
Really? I guess that's I can see that. I can see where that's been taught. Yeah, but I think like we're I don't know if we were taught to look down on that. I think we were just really conditioned to believe they didn't have fucking feelings.
yeah, okay, maybe
So
that's
when
what it
they
is then.
we're like, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, that's true because I have told guys in my past, like, you don't have feelings.
like, oh, like he bleeds. You know what I mean?
What?
Like
Right.
like who knew?
You mean you actually
But
hurt
but
and love and have.
but I think that
So
too
maybe it's
is
more of a
like
shock for us, huh?
they just revert to anger or they shut down. There's just two
Yeah.
types, you know what I mean? And that's too, like, I wish if I could do any, I would extend my services, or I can't wait to certify a male Reiki practitioner, because I think we'll attract more male Reiki practitioners, because I hardly get any men. And that's who I really would love
Who
to
needs?
even like case study almost, like, and follow
Yeah.
how Reiki affects like this specific male specimen, because they do need it. Like,
Yeah.
and it's insane. They are the least likely to walk through my door.
And we need them to be healed.
Yeah.
We need our grounding force. We need them to be healed.
So we got to just like certify the wives or the girlfriends, so that then they can just go home and just be like, lay down.
And just start Reiki in the ass.
Yeah. Because it's getting out of hand.
All right, we healing some energies around here. God damn it. Men do need it, Priscilla. That's facts, man. So if there's any guys out there listening right now, and please take a moment. Take a moment for self. Love on self. Hit Mirabilia up. She'll definitely help you on your healing path and get you going on what it is that you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
She can tell you where you're blocked at, where you're overactive, underactive, reactive, no active, radioactive. Priscilla, which is why they have suppressed women throughout history instead of honoring and protecting the divine feminine. Priscilla came on preaching and shit today. Okay, girl. We see you, goddess. Yo, that's some real shit though. Definitely guys out there listening, take the time to honor yourself and love yourself. If you feel like you can't be vulnerable with somebody in your life, be vulnerable with yourself. Start off there. Start off healing self. Go see Mirabilia and other people who do Reiki. If you don't want to go see her, find a Reiki
Anyone.
guy. Oh,
Yeah.
some healing. Meditate. Man, I love when guys will meditate. Like, wait, you're going to meditate? Okay. I try to get my son to meditate and stuff. Like, meditate every morning when you get up. Take that time for yourself. Brush your teeth, wash your face, meditate. Yoga, workout, push-ups, because he's a guy. He does like push-ups and sit-ups and stuff. You know, he wants to be all buff or whatever. Like, yo, do that. That's for self. Never for anyone else. It's for self. Only self.
Yeah.
But that's how we can help our younger generation of guys, ladies. We can start showing them that it's okay to heal themselves and teach them how.
Yes.
Because that's how we can shift that. We can change that. We can make that.
That's the way it goes. We got to start with self and model it. Teach it to the little kids, the closest to us, you know.
This is how
it'll go on and on.
The future generations. You know, we're healing the ancestors right now. That's what we're working on. We're working on healing self. And healing self, we're healing in the past too, and we're healing the people around us, hopefully. And now they can shift and heal future, which is really dope.
Yes.
If we do a good enough job right now, we can make a huge shift and heal future too.
Yes.
We got to heal the earth, though. This is what we need to talk about very soon. If we need to talk about healing the earth, because we are really depleting and destroying our earth. And that's a big part of us, too. Mama Gaia is we're connected to earth. We're connected to nature. And that's super important. That's part of our healing. So,
I'm noticing there's so many comments.
Oh, you see the comments?
Yeah.
Self-affirmations. Yeah, I go through those with my son every morning. He's 7. Ah, awesome. Great. Keep it up. Man, you're amazing. Keep doing that, please. For real, for real. Self-affirmations, what I tell y'all all the time. Go in the mirror every morning and say 3 nice things to yourself. Start off the day with what you're grateful for. I don't care if you just say the smallest things in the world. If you say you're grateful for your eyelashes, bro, I don't care. Just start being grateful. Start your morning off.
Gratitude's huge for healing.
Yeah, it
It
is.
really is. It's finding grateful moments throughout your day and being
Mhm.
grateful for the smallest things. Like it's huge for healing. Like as a healer, like I have to keep that in check as well. Like it's just
Mhm.
list of gratitude every day at the end of the day, the beginning of the day, or somewhere throughout your day, multiple
Even
times
throughout
a
the day,
day.
yeah.
Like,
All the
you
time.
know,
Anytime you see something that you're grateful for, say it. Man, I'm so
yes,
grateful for that.
yes.
If you
Shout
think
it
about
out.
something yes, for real. Why
Hmm.
not? When has being grateful ever, like, been a bad thing for you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It only attracts, more of the same thing.
Right. More things that
Yeah.
you need to be grateful
There's
for.
so there's just so much power in the way we talk to ourselves or talk to one another or about ourselves. Like, and if we begin to just speak healthy things, our brain will follow, our body will follow.
Yeah.
Like it's so it honestly is that simple. Like it
Mhm.
sounds, and at first it seems tedious, it feels silly because we weren't taught to do these things, taught to completely ignore like the
Mhm.
important things, you know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, but being uncomfortable is, the price of admission.
It is.
It is going to feel uncomfortable. I'll speak to that. Like it does feel uncomfortable to say self affirmations if you've never done that, especially if you're a person who really doesn't compliment themselves or take compliments well,
Mhm.
or
Right.
it is going to feel silly to sit for 2 minutes in stillness. You're like, what am I doing?
Right.
All of these things, they're not meant, you're not going to do them and be healed.
Nope. Not the
You're
first
not,
time.
you may not even feel that good afterwards. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But you're changing your brain, you're choosing something different. And what's the worst that can happen? It
Right.
doesn't work. Well, has anything else worked? Right? So
Right.
then we have to go back to just trying something different, being okay with being uncomfortable. And then yes, eventually you'll wake up and that ritual that you dreaded before is something that you crave. And
Yeah.
you'll know, like, I need this alone time. I
Yeah.
need to replenish myself.
It
And
feels good.
you'll know how to show up for others. And then the people, like, and then the people that are around you, you'll know how to what they need, because we see ourselves in other people, and
Right.
you'll begin to see others in a different way. You'll begin to look at the world in a different way. It is that simple. Is
Yeah.
it comfortable? No. But it is that simple, and you just have to start. Like, you said, Melody, like I don't even care if it's with me. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like with someone, anyone, like I really just want to see people heal, because there's no reason we have to be this confused or this angry or this hurt or this disconnected.
Yep.
There's no reason. Yes, we've had plenty of like things that are embedded in us and that have happened to us that give us cause to feel pain, but we have no reason to stay there. We have literally all the tools you need, you possess within yourself, and or the earth provides. Like
Mhm.
I promise you, between you and the Mother Earth and Source, you can get it
Yes.
done. And I
100%.
guess that would be like the biggest thing I would emphasize is we often look outside of ourselves. And I'm like,
Mhm.
honestly, truly, like just connect with yourself first. And once you start doing that, you find somebody, like you start finding like-minded people. We came into each other's life because
Mhm.
we're on the same path, right? And
Mhm.
then we are able to have these conversations. We have other people chiming in who may be unsure, may have experience with it all as well. But even so, like that's a start. And it started how? Because you began to look within, because I was born a little wacky and I had to go within to figure out how to handle it.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like so, and
Why
I
are
said,
you like this?
yes, why does everybody talk to me? Like, like and then now look at it. We're the
Mhm.
fucking Avengers.
Not really Avengers, goddamn it. Yo, and
So
I wanna just
simple.
add to what you were saying earlier about, like, just starting. Like, it might feel weird to say things positive to yourself because you might not even feel that way about yourself.
Yep.
And that's okay if you think you're ugly and you think you're fat and you think this and that, you're stupid and you're never gonna be anything. It's okay if you think that, because a lot of us used to think that about ourselves too. I used to think some very terrible, terrible negative things about myself. And I'll tell you what, I wish a motherfucker would say that shit to me about myself now. Ain't no way. I'll tell you what, people even tried to use me for one time. Somebody tried to use me for an example. This happened to me just recently. They
What?
they they were in a group of people. It was a business meeting, and they tried to use me as an example. Like they tried to say, like, if someone called and then let's just say they were like, yeah, Melody. I said, don't even fix your lips to say Melody and something negative after it. Because you're not about to talk bad about me. Even if you're joking, I don't care. You want to know why? Because energy doesn't know the difference. It doesn't know the difference between a joke and reality. When you put out a vibration, that vibration is out, bro. It's out.
Yeah.
So watch your vibration. Don't you point that vibration.
Watch how you speak to
Don't
yourself
talk about
and
me. And
yourself.
don't let other people talk about you bad either.
Yeah.
Don't talk about yourself badly and don't let other people talk badly about you. And I know right now you might feel bad about yourself. You might feel like all these bad things about yourself, but you're not those things.
Yeah.
And even if you are overweight, oh well, then fix that. But you want to know what? You still have to love yourself right now, even if you are heavier than what you want to be, or you think that you could, be prettier or handsome, more handsome. I don't know. Whatever you think about yourself, those things are a reflection of the hate that has been instilled in you. That's not really who you are.
Yes.
That's a veil over your eyes that you're
Just
seeing
a
through.
distraction
You
from
lift
your
that
true
shit and
essence.
realize that you're beautiful and amazing and smart and man, just start talking to yourself differently, even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't believe it. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you're smart. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you're amazing. Even if you can't look in the mirror, just start telling yourself you're amazing. I love you. I
You're
love
the
you.
best.
I be like, I love you. I didn't used to love me, so I be telling myself all the time I love me
Yes.
now. And
Yes.
when you start to love you, you realize how much you didn't love you before. You're like, holy shit, I hated myself. How?
Yes.
You didn't realize.
Yeah.
And it's okay because a lot of this stuff is things that either we were told as children or like you were talking about earlier, it could be genetic, it could be DNA, it could be stuff that's been passed down from ancestors, from your grandmother, from close relatives, from far distant relatives, things that just
Yeah.
haven't been healed and they need to now. And the thing about is when you start healing, more things will start coming up to be healed because you're doing the work.
Yeah.
You're starting to like break free. You're starting to pull those layers back that we were talking about earlier. You're starting to pull back all those layers and realize that okay, shit, there's more layers.
Yeah.
Underneath it all, you're gonna find the shininess. You're gonna start to see the beauty that you are when you start pulling those layers back, and it's okay. Take your time with self, be patient with self, love yourself
Yeah.
through every pain and every anger. And even if you feel like you messed up and you slipped up and I mess up sometimes. I get angry and curse people out. Like that's something I got to work on probably for a long time in my life. But you know what? As long as I acknowledge the fact that I did it and I don't beat myself up about it and I make a plan to be better next time, that's all that you can really do is just be your best.
Yes.
Show up as your best self next time, every time you can. Like be your best every time. It's not the same every day. Some days are
No.
shit. My best is shittier than it was yesterday, or you know what I mean? Like you never know. Some days your best isn't your best's best.
Yeah. And your best is going to change because you're going to get better.
And that too, yeah. Because I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
even my shitty bests now are way better than my bests
Yeah.
used to be. Man. Anyways. It's been really awesome having you tonight. I really appreciate you so much.
It's been a pleasure, even with all of the things that happen, the little interruptions. No, this has
Yeah.
been great. I'm really honored for you. And I'm
I'm
happy.
honored to have you here. Real quick, she said, this is why I dated trash before. Same girl. I didn't know how much I hated myself. Same. And I didn't realize like that I had terrible boundaries.
Yeah.
I had no boundaries. I didn't even know what the fuck a boundary was.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've been there. We've all been there.
Oh,
Most of us, anyway.
yeah, for
Anyone
real.
who's really tried to like put themselves out there, probably. or
Yeah.
their boundaries are too tight where they can't get past it. Like either
Mm-hmm.
way, everybody has some form of boundary issue,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, we talked about setting boundaries and keeping boundaries. That was part of our healing series for sure, girl. Look, we be talking about all kind. Well, I be talking. Oh shit. All right, Mirabilia, I'm not going to keep you all night long because I know you have other things to do. You're a very busy lady, but I do want to give you an opportunity, if you would like, to share with people how they can connect with you and if they're interested in some of the services that you've spoke about, or if finding out if there's anything else that you do that they might be interested in. How can people connect with you?
So I have a website, mortarpestilhealing.com. You can contact me through there. You
It's
can
mortar.
call my
It's
phone
mortar
number,
and
which is
pestle healing.
listed, mortarpestilhealing.com.
Okay.
And then my phone number, I guess, will be listed there, email listed there. And then they took down my Facebook for some reason. It's MortarPestle. I know. Here, can I type it? I could probably type it, right?
Yeah, you probably can.
Hold on, Pestle.
Where's it gonna
But
go?
my Instagram, mortarandpestilhealing.com, is live. And you can just contact me through my Mirabilia Lee Facebook page until I get the other one up and running.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna copy and
Oh,
paste
and
that.
then I don't know. Here, I can give you my number too.
You want me to put your phone number on here too?
I mean, the business phone is fine.
Okay.
I have it.
You're
I'll send
typing
it
it.
again. There.
All right, sweet. I'll put them both on here, and here we go. Everybody can see it now. Bow.
Bow chicka wow.
There you go, guys. Is that I spell? Okay.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I copied and pasted everything.
Yeah. Well, that works.
That
Thank
was
you
fancy
so
copy
much,
and pasting.
love.
You guys, make sure you hit her up if you would like any of services. She does cards. Look, I want to check out some of your card reading. We need to do a card reading one of these
I
days,
will
girl.
see you Thursday. I'll schedule some more time in.
Girl, you're the best ever. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank you
you
for
and
having
love
me.
you
Love
so
you
much.
guys. Be good, everyone.
You guys have a wonderful week, man. I'll see y'all next Monday. Peace, love, and positive vibes to you and yours, y'all. If you guys have any questions for Mirabilia, please hit her up. Please go to her website. Schedule your Reiki session with her. You will enjoy it. I will definitely see y'all next week. So have a wonderful week and peace.